What up, y'all? It's the homie Dame. I'm sure by now people know that I like to talk about hot takes on this channel. There's nothing better than hearing the embarrassing opinions people have about anime and making fun of them as if I don't have even more embarrassing opinions. It's just a good time all around. But this time, instead of asking Twitter like I usually do, I decided to go on a much more refined, intellectual site. You know, where only the most civil debates are had between wise and cultured individuals. That's why in this video, we're looking at anime hot takes from Reddit. So I was sent this thread from r/anime that was posted a while back, and it had like 2,000 replies, so I figured why not check it out to see what the brilliant minds over at Reddit had to say about anime and manga. Isekai is the greatest anime genre. So this is what we're getting into. Alright, well, I guess I gotta sort this by controversial, right? I want all the spicy stuff up front. Creepy Nuts music is ass. Uh-oh, they coming for the anime opening darlings. I don't know, I guess I kinda used to be a Creepy Nuts hater, but I honestly think they're cool. I like that Mashal opening, and if you watch my recent video, I had Dandadan as the opening of the year. I think they have a vibe to them that fits the zaniness of a lot of modern shows. And honestly, anything unique sounding is better than the bog standard J-rock or J-pop that we normally get. The lolly parts of Monogatari are indeed very problematic and are a legit reason not to get into the anime and are a completely valid critique. I say as a person whose favorite anime is Monogatari. Yeah, I agree. And Monogatari is also one of my favorite anime of all time. If you don't like those kind of themes in a show, then this anime will probably not be for you. But that applies to anything, right? For example, a lot of people are squeamish when it comes to gore and violence, so if they didn't want to watch, like, you know, Attack on Titan because of that, that's a completely valid reason. I mean, just like the lolly parts of Monogatari, I think it's safe to say that violence is a pretty problematic thing, so it's fair if people don't want to watch shows with that kind of stuff in it. When I was in college, I dated a girl who couldn't handle even a second of vomit scenes. And one of my favorite movies of all time that I love to watch is The Exorcist. So you can imagine how that relationship turned out, but I didn't judge her for it though. People can only handle what they can handle. Hollow is the best girl now and for all eternity. Also, Haruhi Suzumiya sucks. This motherfucker is stuck in 2008. This is the shit we used to debate on AOL. Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto have fun stories and lots of content, but are terribly written. Well, y'all already know I agree with one of those. Oh, brother. This was a bad idea. Every single one of these posts are, you know, fan service good, or fan service bad, or free run overrated, Attack on Titan overrated. Like, hey guys, does anyone think dubs are better than subs? I can't believe I'm saying this, but the hot takes y'all send me on Twitter and YouTube are actually more nuanced and thought out than these. There are self-insert wish fulfillment romance shows targeted at girls too. Kimi no Toroke, Sign of Affection, off the top of my head, but they don't usually get the same reactions as the ones targeted at guys. It's usually sweet and romantic for one and unrealistic and fantasy for the other. I mean, yeah, a lot of shoujo romance is idealized fantasy like their shonen counterparts. You know, where it's like the hottest dudes ever and they're all fighting each other for the lamest, most boring girl on the planet. Like if you look at Hollywood, it's even crazier. Like go check out some of those Lifetime movies. Attack on Titan is One Piece without all the unnecessary stuff. This is a terrible idea for a video. Uh-oh, they breaking out the bullet points. That's when you know they got some shit to say. Attack on Titan is mid. Its ending was far from its only issue for me. Its most glaring issue being its horrific pacing, which reeks of the author being forced to alter the original plot by editors or just not knowing where they would take it originally. Already on the first point, it's just another, I thought X anime was overrated, haha, hot take, oh. This may not seem like a hot take here, but in the wide world, it sure would be. I'm okay with fan service. I don't need it and sometimes don't want it, but it never ruins a show for me. I mean, sure, I'm also one of those dudes that's ambivalent towards fan service. But hey man, the reality is that sex sells. Even over in Hollywood, throwing sexy ass people on the screen has been the go-to since the very beginning. Crunchyroll is bad. Now, you don't need to defend your former pirate site corporation with questionable and or unethical business practices to me. Yeah, Crunchyroll does suck, but is that really a hot take? But hey, in case they want to sponsor me, everyone go get a Crunchyroll subscription, give them your money, it's worth it, so you could watch Frieren Season 5, what? A bit of a meta hot take from someone a bit older than most people here. The anime community becoming larger has brought a lot of good things with it and a lot of bad. Anime conventions used to be where your weird nerds had a safe space, and they still are to some extent, but I've recently seen a rise in bullying at them. The teen Naruto running in an anime con should be left alone, not made fun of. The neckbeard buying doujins is living his life. You don't have to tell him to kill himself. This combined with some of the community being there for social media clout/money has made it feel less like a community. It's depersonalized the space. I think this is part of any hobby that sees exponential growth though. Yeah, that's a good point. For all you young kids, before social media was big, people had dedicated fan message boards to talk about anime, but the real place to congregate was anime conventions. Back in the 90s and 2000s, they were way smaller, and a lot of them were local events where literally like a dozen people would show up, so it'd be more intimate, and you'd probably know everyone there, and it really would be like a tight-knit community. Now, I'll be real, I was never a big convention goer back in the day. I thought I was too cool for that shit, I'm not gonna lie. But when I got super older and stopped caring about shit like that, I started going to more conventions, and I quickly realized that was a bad idea. The harsh truth I realized is that I just don't like a lot of anime fans, and being in a convention center surrounded by hundreds of them for a weekend just sounds like a nightmare. So now I don't go to conventions at all, at least in America. I was just in Japan last August for Comiket, and while that was fun, I was still like, I don't really know if this kind of thing is for me. As for all of the other stuff this person said, I mean, yeah, obviously you shouldn't bully people. You're both at an embarrassing anime convention. The dude buying Tsunade doujins isn't any more or less of a loser than you are. But yeah, with the growing popularization of anime in both the US and Japan and worldwide, this kind of thing is just gonna happen, where people come in who like anime, but they don't like anime. So those kind of people may feel put off seeing hardcore fans doing the chica dance in the parking lot. But again, just like this person said, that's just a thing that happens in large fandoms. There isn't really anything you could do except call people out when they're being assholes. That's just, I mean, something that applies to anything in real life. I hate when people refer to a story only by generic tags, and especially when they judge it by them and nothing else. I don't like insert series here because it's an isekai harem with an overpowered protagonist and a tsundere best girl bait. That brain dead oversimplification just irks me. I understand that certain genres have stereotypes and that some are oversaturated, but it doesn't make the good stories worse just by being in the same category. Ooh, I agree with this so much actually. I hate when people use those buzzwords and phrases to describe things. Like for example, you know, for something contrary to what this poster said, you'll see a lot of people asking if an anime has a weak MC. Like they'll say, oh hey, I want to watch this show, but is the MC a weakling or is he a Giga Chad? That'll determine if I watch the show or not. It's like, what a weirdly specific thing to want. As if these people think you can't tell a compelling story unless it fits the tags that you want to see. What happened to just wanting to be entertained by an anime without it having to fit all of your weird specific fetish niche wish fulfillment tags? Alright, let's keep reading some more. Okay, see, here we go. Look at this revolutionary right here. I'ma get ripped apart for this, but Attack on Titan is mid at best and downright unwatchable at worst.
Daring today, aren't we?
I've never gotten the hype and I watched it up until the first final season break because I refused to believe that the anime that everyone was raving about was this consistently boring. I understand that I am in a tiny minority here, but when I saw this post, I realized it was my time to share. However, me, a certified Attack on Titan hater, can't deny the badassery that is Erwin's My Soldier's speech. Wow. What a brave thing to say. No one has dared to ever speak out against Attack on Titan like that before. Just come on, everybody. Round of applause for defying society like this. Let's go. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. I pray for your soul as the masses just rip you to shreds over your never before stated opinion. Oh, nobody replied. All right, let's go to an even older thread, even further back this year, to see if we can get something more interesting, I guess. You don't owe an anime 3 episodes. It's fine to stop watching after 1 or even less. Respect your own time. Hey, you can do whatever you want in life, man. No one's gonna stop you. We do have like the 3 episode rule for anime where it's like, you know, you should give a show at least 3 episodes before deciding to drop it or not, but let's be real, you can do whatever you want. It's not a binding rule. Zeus himself isn't gonna come down from the heavens and smite you if you dare to drop an anime before episode 3. And to take this a bit further, people sometimes say that if you drop a show after the first episode, or even if you didn't finish the entire thing, you don't have a right to criticize it. And to be honest, I used to low-key kind of agree with this. But now that I think about it, it's the same logic as before. Who cares? People can do what they want. I'll probably take your opinion on Madoka Magica less seriously if you say it's mid after only watching the first episode, but again, who cares what I think? Because I know for sure there are 1,000,001 random anime out there where even after the first 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather be doing something else. My ghost pepper level of a hot take. Darling in the Franxx, while not a perfect ending, has a better ending than Gurren Lagann. At least in Darling in the Franxx, they are able to be together in the end again. Now that actually is a hot take. If y'all remember, once upon a time, I made a video defending Darling in the Franxx and its controversial ending. I won't spoil that or Gurren Lagann here in case anybody wants to watch it, which you should watch them both. But yes, I think Darling in the Franxx has a fine ending, and no, I don't think its ending is better than Gurren Lagann. Unless the only thing you wanted to see is the main couple getting together and nothing else. Like, that's what you were just frothing at the mouth to see. Then yeah, I guess Darling in the Franxx is better, but in terms of wrapping up a satisfying narrative, I think Gurren Lagann does it better. Uh-oh, people aren't gonna want to hear this one. Bro, I actually had a similar idea for a video that's, you know, just like this, that I still might do. Basically, I list a bunch of super popular, well-known, well-regarded anime, and then I'll give like a lesser-known alternative that's just as good. So like, for example, if you enjoy Full Metal Alchemist, you might enjoy this lesser-known show and stuff like that. That being said, Princess Connect is a better version of Konosuba? No. That's a good show, but no. 12 Kingdoms is a better version of Mushoku Tensei. I mean, I low-key agree. Though, I don't see how they're that comparable. Is it just because they're both isekai? Because then you could also say that Konosuba is the better version of Mushoku Tensei, which is also true. Rolling Girls is a better version of Bocchi the Rock. No. No, it is not. Monogatari is a better version of Noragami, and they're talking about malevolent spirits Monogatari here. I mean, maybe. Again, I don't see 100% the comparison, but they're both good shows though, so I don't know. Naruto is for kids. Sorry, but that's my take. Yes. It is. That's literally true. Naruto is a shonen anime, and the shonen demographic is directed at young boys, so by definition, this is a fact. But adults enjoy things that were made for kids all the time, and that's perfectly fine. Just look at all the grown-ass adults in their 30s and 40s who are die-hard Pokemon fans. Even something like basketball is a game for children, yet you have a league full of grown men playing this sport for money. It's perfectly fine. All of it is perfectly fine. Monogatari's fan service is pleasurable. Lol. I hate that this person said pleasurable. That makes my skin crawl. And I assume they're talking about, you know, like Bakemonogatari here. This isn't just your normal take of, oh, haha, you know, hot take, anime fan service isn't actually all that bad. You guys are just being sensitive about it. This man is talking about some, yeah, the fan service is just so pleasurable. Fuck yeah. Like, oh, hell no. Yeah, I think we can end there. That's enough for today. I don't want to spend any more time on this dog shit website than I have to. Thank y'all for watching. We'll do another more traditional one of these where I ask y'all to submit your hot takes very soon, so keep an eye out. In the meantime, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which of these Reddit takes got you the most heated. Otherwise, that's the video. Peace. He really said pleasurable, bro. Not that he likes it, not that he thinks it's funny or whatever. He said pleasurable. I would rather he just straight up say he jerks off to this show.